What is going on, everybody? Jay here from Maji. And Jay, finally we were able to get out of the unboxing portion of the video very quickly. I wanted to give you guys something a little bit different, and that's going to be a 24-hour usage on a what I considered a flagship phone with a mid-range price. So this right here is called the Poco Phone F2 Pro. As you guys can tell from the title, it is a fairly new device. It was just released this month. And this company on eBay, they're called Soap Online. They had it in stock. They're based in Miami, Florida, which is only about an hour away from me. So I got it very quickly. I ordered this the day before yesterday. I got it yesterday. I completed the unboxing very quickly, and I've been using it as my primary device ever since. Now this device here, like I said, it has amazing specifications. It has a very beautiful display, as you can tell, but of course, they are cutting corners on certain things to save money. Like this one doesn't have wireless charging, and it doesn't have a 2K display. This one is a 6.7 inch. It has a resolution of 1080p with 395 ppi. So again, it is not the best display in the market. However, being AMOLED gives you that nice deep colors with very deep blacks, making it look very, very good. And also has Corning Gorilla Glass number 5. And the cool part that I like about most Chinese manufacturers is that they include cases and accessories. So this phone came already with a case, and I'm just going to give you here the physical aspects of this device. On the front here, again, we have a 6.67 inch display. It has a 1080p resolution with 395 ppi, and it is a 60 hertz display as well. And we have a selfie camera of 20 megapixels, but a lot of you guys might be like, Jay, where's the punch hole? I don't see the camera. Well, it is a pop-up camera. I'm gonna show you that right now, and it has a very cool animation. This is, again, a 20 megapixel sensor, and you guys can see the animation right there on the upper left-hand side corner. So when it comes to the camera, this thing, in my opinion, performs quite well. I went out there today, and as I was working, I was taking some shots, and I took some shots of my Rhino 660 just to give you guys a little bit of an overview of what this camera really looks like. What I do love about the setup here is that it has a 64 megapixel wide angle lens. It has a 13 ultra wide, which is really nice. We have a 5 megapixel macro lens, which is great for zooming and taking pictures with detail. And then we have a 2 megapixel, which is up here on the left hand side on the upper left, and that's going to be for depth. So that's going to be for the background and stuff. So again, a very nice setup. I do like that ultra wide angle lens very much. So on the back here, you guys can notice that you have a very cool finish, and this is called I think it's called, let me see, cyber gray, excuse me for that. And it comes in many different colors. This one happened to be my favorite from the pictures that I saw online, and it is a fingerprint magnet, as you can tell. So it is great if you have this case with it, which is kind of rough on the back, and it gives you a very nice grip, to be honest. So there we have it for the display. It has an on-screen fingerprint. This is an optical one as well, which is really, really cool. And we have always on-screen options, and you can set up backgrounds. I'll be talking about that here in just a second. On the left hand side of the phone here, we have nothing but just a frame and the antenna. Towards the top here, we have the camera pop-up mechanism together with what appears to be an IR sensor, which is really cool. I have to check that out. We have a 3.5mm headphone jack with the secondary microphone right there. And on the bottom, we have the SIM tray. Unfortunately, the memory cannot be upgraded, so this only supports 1 nano size SIM card, excuse me. And we have here the USB-C port with the main microphone and the loudspeaker. Also, we do not have stereo speakers, so right there you guys can see how they are saving on certain features, like already the wireless charging, no 2K display. We only have one speaker at the bottom, and also this device, it is not waterproof. But I'm still convinced, guys, that for the price, it is definitely a great bargain. This thing comes already with warranty. And after the initial setup, which was very easy, it is just like any other flagship device out there. It'll prompt you to log into your Google account. It'll then prompt you to set up your fingerprint, which I did. I recorded my left and right thumb, and everything seems to be working great. So here we go for the fingerprint. You guys can tell right there that it is quite responsive, and Sometimes with the right thumb, maybe I didn't record it correctly, it delays it a little bit, but right now everything is working as intended. I'm going to try to do now the face recognition. So for the face recognition, it takes a little longer because, as you guys witness, the camera needs to pop up. So that's not really my favorite method so far, just because we have that mechanism and it takes I would say almost 2 seconds overall. So let's say I wake up the screen, I slide, it goes up, and then it comes right down. So actually it takes a little bit more than 2 seconds, to be honest. And for that reason, I'm not a fan of the face recognition. I'd rather use the fingerprint all the time. So here we have the user interface. This thing carries the operating system Android 10, and on top you have MIUI 11. It comes again with the Snapdragon 865 and the Adreno 650, which is quite amazing. And it comes with a 4700 milliamp battery, but like I said, it doesn't have wireless charging, but we do have a fast charging brick in here, which is quick charge 4. It is a 30 watt charger, and according to the manufacturer, they are promising 63 minutes from 0 to 100%, which is not too bad. That's a little over an hour. And I gotta say that I haven't charged this device ever since I took it out of the box. Well, no, I am lying right there. I did charge it a little bit after I took it out of the box, and I took it to work. I've been using it as my primary device for the entire day. I'm gonna show you that in a second here from settings, and I haven't charged it and I still have about 30%. So on the battery side, it is quite impressive in my opinion. Even though it is only a 4700 milliamp battery, they optimized it very, very well. So again, here we have the user interface, and we do have the app drawer right here where I downloaded most of my applications. I did download the Antutu benchmark just because I wanted to give you guys a reference on on what it looks, on what kind of score you get on a device of this magnitude, and check that out, 567,000. So far, at least in my testings, this is a very, very good score. I'm not sure if it beats the S20 Ultra from Samsung, but that's a very, very good score. I also completed the Geekbench 4 as well. Let me show you that right now. So right here, you guys will see that if we go into history and we go to the latest one, right there, 912 for the single core, 3278 for the multi-core, and then again, that's quite impressive, at least in my eyes. This device, even though certain Xiaomi devices do not come with the Play Store or the Google services like a lot of you guys call it, well, this one does. You don't need to do anything right out of the box, so that's great. It came already with a Play Store. You get YouTube, YouTube Music, all these things, they come already pre-installed with the device. And again, it's out of the box. You don't need to worry about hacking it or doing anything weird to the phone in order to get it working. Another thing is that when it comes to customization, MIUI 11 is actually quite good. By the way, here we have about device, and you can see right there that I have the one with 128 gigabytes. Let's go here to all specs, and here we can see the remaining of the information: 6 gigs of RAM, Android 10, so on and so forth. So very easy to view right there. What else we have back here? Oh yes, talking about customization. If you go here into always on display, you can change the styles of it. You got signature, analog, you have digital, and you can even set up a background, which is really, really nice. And right now, let's say I want to change it to the astronaut right here. I can also change the colors of my letter. So let's say I want to kind of like match it here with this. I can do so. You click on apply right there, and now we check right here, or actually we let it sleep for a second. There it is. So again, very cool little touch-ups by Xiaomi, in my opinion. I think that's kind of cool. We have many other settings on here as well. We get a display, and on display we have dark mode. Right now I have it off. So let's go ahead and turn it on. That way you guys can see what it looks like. So you can set timers for it as well. You also have, let me turn off dark mode, and let's go back here into display. I can also change the color scheme Right now I have it to like a warmer color. You have default, you have warm, and you have cool. I like it warm or even warmer right there. And to me, that's really refreshing to the eye. It doesn't strain it, and it's really easy to view. So there we have it, guys, for some of the customization that we can do with this device so far. And here's what I was talking about, the battery, guys. It's charged 14 hours ago, okay? And this is all that I've done with it. I played a little bit of games, I've been on the camera, and I've done a few things on it. And so far, this phone seems to be very, very promising. Now, something that I consider to be a turn down for myself as a personal, I would say as a personal opinion, is the fact that it doesn't have wireless charging. You see, I get home from work and the first thing I do is set it on the wireless charger, and I don't have to worry about plugging anything in. It is just relaxing. That's just me. A lot of people can care less about it, and that's okay. And if that's the case, well, that's even better for you. But I gotta say, for $529, this thing is freaking awesome. Now, something I did notice that after connecting with my service carrier, which is AT&T, I have 5G connectivity. I had to check with the bands. Maybe is that I am not yet covered according to their maps. I just have to do a little bit more homework. But yes, right there you guys can see that I'm only getting LTE connectivity and not the 5G as this phone is equipped with. So here we have Google stuff, and again, everything seems to be working very well. The cool part about this phone, like I said before, is that it has been optimized to be used here very, very well in the USA. You don't see any Chinese bloatware. The phone comes completely clean except for that MIUI 11. And something I didn't notice is that even though they are claiming that it has a hi-fi audio, when I tested it here with my videos, so this is about the Doogee S95 Pro, the audio is not that great. Honestly, coming from real flagship devices like the iPhone 11 Pro Max, I did use a Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra, and other phones with stereo speakers. Not having it on the Poco phone is a little bit disappointing, especially having that speaker located here at the bottom side. It sounds good, but it's not a wow experience. So let's go ahead and check it out real quick, and you guys let me know. What is going on, YouTubers? You're here from Maji and Jay. Very happy to bring you here the unboxing and the semi-review of the Doogee S95 Pro that I picked up about a month ago. Then Amazon delayed my order, and finally I got it around May 6th approximately, and I've been using it now for a little over a week, and it has been... Well, as you guys can hear right there, again, the quality is not that it's bad, honestly, and I'll keep repeating this over and over. Maybe it's because I come from different smartphones that really have stereo speakers. The quality is not bad. It's good. You can feel a little bit of bass to it. It is clear. The sound quality is great. But again, just not being stereo makes a big difference, at least in my ears. But now something that, which is a little bit off topic here from what I was talking about, something that I consider really cool is the placement here of the buttons. I do like the fact that this button has a different color than the other. I don't know why. It just makes it, I don't know, it makes it feel different. Not, physically, but it just gives you like a different view on that side. I don't know what it is, but I do like that color. The buttons are very clicky, very comfortable as well. So again, on that, on that part, I don't have any complaints at all. The phone doesn't tend to heat up with heavy gaming. I did Osbolt 9 for quite a while, and the game handled very, very smoothly. Again, I didn't get any heatings on the backside, maybe because the Snapdragon 865 is water cooled. I didn't have an issue playing that particular 3D game. I have here all my finances. I have other little simple games that I like to play with and stuff. And again, guys, everything's working great. Social media, I did get an update immediately after turning on the phone, and I completed it. And they said it was about certain icons not disappearing after deleting apps. I think that's what the bug was all about. I haven't had an issue ever since. And 11 has improved in many different ways, together with Android 10. I think that again it's a great combination. So with this being said, I think that now we have completed here the quick unboxing and I would say the semi-review, but it is not a real review yet because I only used it for 24 hours. But this is just like an initial impression here of the Poco F2 Pro. Let me know down below what you guys think. Will you buy this to try it out? Will you pass on it? Are you waiting on a future phone? Let me know if you guys want me to bring new devices here to the channel. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, comment, and share if you haven't done so. And I'll see you guys on my next one.